Okay, so number 3, it says, let g be a polynomial function of x where g of x equals to 2x cubed minus 5x squared minus 28x minus 15. If x minus 3 is a factor of g, write an equation for g as the product of linear factors. So in this case, we only know one of the linear factors. We know one factor, which means we have to find the other two factors in order to factor completely. How do we know there are 3 factors in total? The degree is 3. So it lets us know at most we should have 3 factors. So in this case, I want to make this a little bit simpler to find the other 2 factors. I am going to use long division. Now, for this problem, I am going to actually skip through the long division process a little bit because I explain it pretty well when I give you the video for question number 1. Look how beautifully this is written and color-coded. Hopefully, you like the color coordination, excuse me. So, let's first use long division. Let's place our x minus 3, which is going to be our divisor in this case, outside the long division symbol. And we're going to place our 2x cubed plus 5x squared minus 28x minus 15 inside of our long division symbol. And we're going to divide by using long division. In this case, we're going to have 3 rounds of long division because the power is 3. So the first step is to divide the leading term of the inside, which is 2x cubed, by the leading term of the outside, which is just x. You can write this as 1x if you want. 2 divided by 1 is 2. X cubed divided by x to the first is x squared. Remember, subtract the exponents. So 3 minus 1 is 2. 2x squared. After that, we're going to multiply. So in this case, I'm going to do it a little bit different. We're going to multiply. So 2x squared times x is 2x cubed. I'm putting that down here. And then we're also going to multiply again. So that's going to be 2x squared times negative 3. And that's negative 6x squared. And then after that, we're going to subtract. So minus the 2x cubed. If I minus a negative, that becomes positive. So that becomes positive 6x squared. The 2x cubes cancel each other out. 5x squared plus 6x squared is 11x squared. And then bring down the negative 28x. Now repeat the process once again. Take your 11x squared and divide it by the leading term of the outside, which is your x. That's just going to be 11x. Once again, you can write that as 1x to the first. 11 divided by 1 is 11. X squared divided by x to the first is just x. Now, this time, we're going to multiply the 11x by the x minus 3. So 11x times x is 11x squared. 11x times negative 3 is negative 33x. Write that on the side. Then 11 times negative 3 is 11x, excuse me. Is negative 33x. Then after that, we're going to subtract. Subtract the 11x squared. Subtract the negative 33, that becomes a positive 33. The 11x squareds, they cancel each other out. Negative 28x plus 33x is 5x. Then bring down the minus 15. And then we're going to do this step one more time. So we're going to divide. Divide our 5x by the leading term of the outside, which is our x. We can write this as 1x. 5 divided by 1 is 5. The x's, in this case, they simplify each other out because x to the first divided by x to the first, they're the same thing. Gone. Plus 5. And place that on top. And now we're going to multiply our 5 to x, and we're going to multiply our 5 to negative 3. So 5 times x is 5x. 5 times negative 3 is negative 15. And then, once again, we're going to subtract. Subtract the 5x's. And when you subtract negative 15, that becomes adding 15. The 5x's cancel. Negative 15 plus 15, that is 0, because that also cancels. And that makes sense. Because x minus 3 is a factor of the polynomial, the remainder should be 0. So our answer from the long division is going to be 2x squared plus 11x plus 5. But we're not done. We are not done, because we have to continue to break this down. So we have to now factor again. So at this point, we're going to factor 2x squared plus 11x plus 5. And no better way of doing that than using our good old-fashioned box method, or the area method. So we put our 2x squared inside the top left. We put our 5 on the bottom right. And we find numbers that multiplies to 2x squared and numbers that multiply to positive 5. For 2x squared, we know that's going to be 2x times x. And numbers that multiply to positive 5, we know it's going to be 1 and 5. But it matters how you place the 1 and the 5. So what I'm going to do is, for the first example, I'm going to place the numbers incorrect. So I'm going to place the 5 here and the 1 there, and see if that works. So put a plus 1 here, put a plus 5 there, and now we're going to multiply 2x times 1 is 2x, because once again, we just multiplied. 2x times 1 gives us 2x. At the same time, we're now going to multiply 5 with x, and 5 times x is 5x. After you multiply, you're going to add our diagonals. 5x plus 2x, that equals to 7x. But the issue here is our middle term is 11x. which means this does not work. So that means the numbers are in the wrong place. So what we're going to do is we are now going to try again, but we're going to switch the order of the numbers. We're going to switch the place of the 1 and 5. I am now going to place the 5 on top, next to the X, and place the 1 on the bottom with the 2X. And now we're going to remultiply. 2X times 5. 2 times 5 is 10. So 2X times 5 is 10X. One times X is 1X, or just X. But I'll put 1X to keep it a little more accessible. And then we can add 1X plus 10X is 11X. And that works in this case. So therefore, we can now factor our 2X squared plus 11X plus 5 into 2X plus 1 times X plus 5. So our final answer because you want to write the polynomial as a pair of linear factors, we're going to say the original polynomial, which is 2x cubed plus 5x squared plus 28x, rather minus 28x, minus 15. This equals to 2x plus 1 times x plus 5, and don't forget in the beginning, times x minus 3. So this required some work, long division and using the box method. But don't forget, Mr. E spent some time with you guys going over both of these extensively. So now you're just putting them together. Putting two concepts together. And for number 4, the box method will also feature as well. But you have to wait and see. I'll catch you in the next one, guys. Take care.